Hi Martha. You're the first one to arrive into this domain. Hi Kuma, Puneet. Hi Bilip. Wendelin, Ihan, Carolyn, Andrea. Hi Bombo Wonderland, Evelyn. Hi Jen's Mummy. Sports Climber. Homo Vieta. Hi Derek. Hi Ashley, Janice, Karen. Janice, I hope your husband and your dog are both joining us today. Angeline, good to see you again. Hi Evian, first time joining this class, welcome. My name is Gabrielle, namaste. Yen Yin. Hi Derek, happy healthy. Oh, happy Mother's Day. Yes, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. I don't have any children, but I've got 4 dogs, and I very much like to consider myself a fur mummy as well. So if you don't have children, but if you have a pet of some sort, happy Mother's Day to you too. It's a little difficult not being able to see my mom today, but I promised her that once circuit breaker is over, I'll bring her out for a really nice meal and she can choose whatever she wants to eat. Hi Sudono. Hi Adidas babe, Serene. Thank you for joining me this Sunday afternoon. So happy to have so many of you here. Yes, Janice, you're mummy to human children and to fur kids too. Hi Queefan, I miss you darling. Hi Sally Perlin. Now everybody, today we're going to use the wall for one pose. But if it's not convenient for you to move your mat to a wall, that's okay. I'll show you the non-wall variation, okay? So don't stress about that. Now for our acupressure massage today, we're going to have to use a therapy ball of some sort. Now yesterday when I was teaching yoga therapy on my own channel, my Zoom private group classes, I told my students, I say, hey, just use anything you have at home. So most people have tennis balls. I have a therapy ball. These spikes are very evil looking, but they are also very effective. So this gentleman, hi Chian, this gentleman didn't have anything, and I was like, yeah, just use something from home, something that will work. And he brought out a lemon. Oh, it's so funny. He brought out a lemon, but you know what? It works perfectly. So if you don't have a tennis ball, a therapy ball, you must have at least a lime, an orange, or a lemon in the fridge. Okay, so I'm just going to honestly tell you, I don't think apples or pears will be quite suitable, but lemons, because you know there's a little bit of buoyancy to it. If you have something that resembles a lemon, go ahead and go to your fridge and bring it out right now. Now, worst comes to worst, if there is no fruit in your fridge, you can use your clenched fist and it will do the same job. Okay, now let's talk about the props that we will need today. I'm using a strap. I'm also going to be using 2 blocks and a pillow or a blanket, just something to cushion the knee. So if you have fussy knees or if your lower back sometimes gives you a bit of discomfort while you practice, just please make sure you have all of these things on standby. Okay, now today we're going to do a kidney meridian practice. Everybody has 2 kidneys. They are the size of your fists and they're the shape of beans, okay, and they reside along the back of the body on the outsides of the spine. Now the function of the kidney is really to help with your waste excretion and also to help to balance the water levels in your body. On top of that, it helps to regulate blood pressure, red blood cells, as well as acid. So as the filtration system of the body, the kidney needs water to excrete all of the waste so that it can come out in the form of urine. And because 60% of the human body is made up of water, and because all of the organs that reside within us also need water to function, our water intake is extremely important in keeping our kidneys healthy. Now notice I used the word water, so I didn't say fluid intake, which means your teas, your coconut water, all of those things don't count. So you want to make sure you get your 8 glasses of water a day, water only, and then whatever you choose to load up on top of that is your secondary decision, okay? But we have to first fulfill what the body needs. Now, on an energetic level, the energy of your kidney is responsible for the jing in your body. And the traditional Chinese medicine way of thinking is the jing is actually the battery of the body. So it's like the reserve energy that you do have. And this reserve energy is really important because it gives the vigor and the stamina to your mind and your body to be able to adapt to any changes, challenges, and stresses that get thrown into your life. Now, this jing or this battery of the body can also become depleted from overworking, overthinking, and if your stress is prolonged and your frustration is constant, then if you don't look after yourself, if you don't nourish the energy of your kidneys, then this can eventually lead to burnout, okay? Alice, I see your suggestion, onion, that's perfect. And Sudono has a lemon, that's great. So onion's a little bit hard, but you know what? It's better than nothing. So go to the kitchen and bring out your onion, my darling, okay? So let's draw the kidney meridian together. It's important to know where in the body we're working with. So it starts here, middle of the foot, okay? And then it circles along the inside of the ankle, goes into the inner leg, moves up the pelvic floor, and when it comes to the bottom of the rib cage, it actually moves out to the side, up and above, over the nipple line, and it stops right under the collarbones here, okay? Once again, foot, inner ankle, inner leg, pelvis, belly, lower rib cage, nipple line, underneath the collarbones. So this last point that I'm pressing at the moment is also our location and target area for our acupressure massage. Kidney, point number 27, is known as the shu fu. Okay, my Mandarin is not really good, so prior to teaching this class, I actually texted Henry, one of the teachers at Asia Square Yoga, and every Sunday I do this. I send him the Chinese character and he will reply with a voice clip of the actual pronunciation so that I don't embarrass myself on IG Live. He's amazing. Be thankful for all your Mandarin speaking friends, okay? At the end of the practice today, we will lie belly down and we will massage the shu fu, and that will be our Shavasana equivalent. Hi Heaps, you're 5 minutes late, but better late than never. Good to see you. So today we're going to work into hip openings, okay, heart lifting, and then we're going to finish off with a really lovely massage here. Let's all come to our mats, and in our warm-up we're going to do hip swirls, okay? We're going to take a wide-legged variation of all fours, and we're going to stir the hips to move the energy of the body. The corresponding chant for the kidney meridian is chui. Okay, the Chinese character chui is like blow, feng chui, the wind blows, that chui. And we will be chanting the resonance chui because that is the same chant that corresponds to the practice of Qigong. So let's go to the mat. Make sure you have everything you have. Let's begin, everybody. Happy Sunday. So we're here and we're going to bring the knees wide apart and we're going to bring the big toes together. Okay? We're tucking all 10 of the toes under to stretch out that kidney meridian, point number 1. Your wrists would normally be under your shoulders, but I'm going to get you to walk your palms one step forward. We're going to do half a minute on each side, okay? So go forward with your hips, shoulders over your wrists. Let's take a clockwise rotation, and then together we chant the sound chui. Inhale. Second round, bigger circle. Now 3 more rounds on the other side. Feel the inner thigh, pelvic floor, sole of the foot. All of those areas lining up with your energy and your vibration. Inhale, deep breath. Counterclockwise. Inhale, deep breath. Inhale, deep breath. Release your top toes. Be here for a few moments. Close your eyes, dangle the head. Cow spine, breathe in, tailbone up, belly down. Broaden the collarbones where your kidney point number 27 resides. Axle round, press into your shoelaces, squeeze in the thighs together, navel to your spine, chin to chest. Inhale, lift. Axle round. Inhale, lift. Axle round. Let's cross at the ankles and sit in Sukhasana, your easy sitting posture. And take a moment to observe how the body already feels. Today for Pranayama, we'll be rubbing the palms together with the sole intention of creating heat. After the palms start to become a little warmer, we will send the hands to the back of the body where the kidneys are. And with this intention, we're going to let the kidneys absorb our chi flow, the warmth of our palms, to drink in from that source of energy so that we can help to replenish the body, to recharge our backup battery or our reserve energy in order to let the body find a better state of balance. Now let's begin with rubbing our hands together. We're doing 3 rounds only. So we're going to take a bit more time to rub, feel the heat, use a bit more effort for 3, 2, 1. Hands on kidneys, breathe in, deep breath. Like you're drinking from the heat from your palms, the energy flowing into the organ and the organ system that we're working with today. And exhale, let the breath flow out long and slow. Inhale, 2. Just imagine the back of your body expanding to receive more and more of that heat. Pay attention to the sensations on your skin. Exhale, 2. Inhale, 3. Exhale, 3. Second round, palms together. So notice if you press your palms together while you're rubbing them up and down, it really helps to stimulate that heat, that friction. Hands on kidneys, inhale. Long and slow exhale. With the eyes closed, you tune in a little more intently to the different layers of your body. We're paying attention to the energetic layer. Last breath. Exhale. Final round, give it your best. More and more heat. More and more energy. 3, 2, 1. Hands up, kidneys. Slowly release the arms, be still for a moment. Despite all the shifts in energy with the chanting, with the hip rotation, and with your pranayama, let's take a moment to embrace the yin qualities of our practice this afternoon. Slowing down the mind, slowing down the body. There are several functions of qi. It can circulate, it can warm, it can transform, it can also nourish. So the practice today will be a little slower. The holds will be for about 5 minutes. And we're really going to tune into what we need to let go of. It could be the emotion of fear. It could be the overworking or the overthinking. Anything that comes to mind that might have been depleting your reserve energy, we're going to slow down to recognize and to nourish. As you sit up nice and tall, I invite you to bring your thumbs towards the third eye. And today we honor the intention of reminding ourselves that recovery is an integral part of staying balanced. My name is Gabrielle. Welcome to your practice. Namaste. Let's have all 100 of you guys begin the practice together, okay? Now we're all going to come to our Manduka posture, also known as frog pose, and we're going to do this pose for about 5 minutes, okay? So, when I take my knee out to the side, it usually moves on the outside of the blanket, on the mat. So I have my blanket on standby because I don't like the sensation of my knee resting on the floor. So as I lie down in Sphinx pose, I'm going to take my knee out to the side, okay? And your knee can go wherever you can manage. If this is you today, that's fine. If you can get knee in line with hip, leg in L shape, that's also fine. So I invite you now for 5 minutes just to ground down into your forearms, to settle down into the pelvic floor, and to feel the sole of the right foot. So I'm bending my right leg, and feel what's happening in the inner ankle, the inner leg, from the lower leg to the upper inner thigh. And as the meridian circulates in and around the pelvis, it also travels up the front of the belly towards the bottom of the rib cage. If you find yourselves collapsing your body weight into your shoulder joints, I'd like you to perhaps use a block underneath the ribs, and maybe another block for the chin, okay? So play around with what you have, okay? And in line with the proportions of your body, go ahead and support yourself a little better. Let your breath travel to where the collarbones are. That is the end of the meridian. And then slow down the body a little bit more. If you happen to be expecting, I know a couple of mummies that are practicing with me, then you can lie on your backs, if that's still available to you, okay? And you can take the posture of Pavanuttasana, also known as wind relieving pose. So you're simply taking the out to the side, wrapping the arm around, and if needed, you can always rest a block underneath the outer knee and relax from here. And if 5 minutes is too long for you to be on your back, maybe you're already really late into your pregnancy, stay here for 1, stay here for 2. Modify your practice as you see fit. properly, if you can't hear the music, let me know. And if you joined in late and you didn't listen, didn't catch the instructions up at the front, we do have one posture that will be up against the wall. If a wall position is not suitable for your space, then I will be showing you the options that do not require the use of the wall. Okay, we're also using a tennis ball or a therapy ball or a lemon or an onion, whatever you have at home, to massage one acupressure point at the end of the practice. Hi Julius, Miffy, Angeline, Raymond. Thanks for joining in with the chant heaps. Lily, Terrence, Melinda. A lot of new names that I've never met before. Thank you for joining me this afternoon. We're here for one more minute in your half Manduka. And maybe the sensations for you at the start might be a little stronger, and then they fade towards the end. Or maybe the sensations are not that strong at the start and they start to intensify towards the end of your hold. Happy Mother's Day, Malkit. Hi, Delaney. Hope you're enjoying the practice. Two more breaths here. Remember the kidney meridian, sole of the foot, inner leg, all the way up to the collarbone. Let the breath travel through that journey. Let the breath fill up the inner body. Let the body be nourished at a deeper level this afternoon. Take your time. As you slowly release from the posture, we're just going to bring the right knee in, and you're going to lie on your chest and bring either the right or the left ear to the floor. Be here for a moment. Energy of your kidney is also responsible for the depth of your inhalation. So the kidney meridian is often used in treatment of asthma. So if you have a really dry throat, if your chest is really tight, or if you have general difficulty breathing, if you go for acupuncture, they might stimulate the points along the kidney meridian as well. Last breath. Let's work onto the other side. So taking your left knee out this time. A lot of people have a love-hate relationship with Manduka. It's pretty intense in the hips, I will tell you that. So if the blanket feels a little better under the pelvis, go ahead and make that adjustment or that change for your own unique body. In order for the elbows and the wrists and the shoulders not to strain, the forearms have to be firmly grounded. As the belly sinks low, the heart opens forward. Feel the length across your collarbones. If your thoughts are no longer here with you, and if you're overthinking into other areas of your life, this is only 60 minutes that you're spending with yourself. Can you give yourself the permission to be present? We're turning inwards, nourishing the body with our time, with our loving intention. And if the kidneys don't function well, or if the energy system of the kidney is feeling imbalanced or weak, then it's hard for the body to release toxins out of the system. That can ultimately also affect our health. So as we nourish the entire system that supports the kidney, know that in some way or another, we're learning how to let go. We're halfway there. Flowing in as you cultivate a yin state of mind, slowing down through not fighting and not resisting, but also allowing your body to find a state of stillness for the mind to explore being a little more calm. 3 more breaths here. Release that left knee and then line your bellies. Place the opposite ear on the mat this time. A minute here. Rest. So in the shape of half Manduka, the upper body is in Sphinx pose. And what that does is it gently compresses the kidneys. So what you will feel right now in your neutral lying position is the middle back receiving some of that compression from before and now releasing. The action and the intention of squeeze and release is to remind the body to send its resources, nourishing fluids, oxygenated blood flow, flushing out all the toxins, nourishing the organs once more. And even though the initial sensation might be strong, as you rest for a little longer, you'll start to notice that it becomes a really nice calming sensation. Palms on the floor, push yourselves back into the kneeling position. Now the next pose has 3 options. And the reason why I've given 3 options is because the target area is the same. You can choose the option based on what feels best for your body. I'm going to show the wall version, and then after that I'll show the non-wall version, okay? But it's pretty straightforward. If you're a regular practitioner, you can almost guess what it'll look like on the mat. So the first posture is reclining dragonfly. So I'm going to bring my hips as close to the wall as possible and have a blanket underneath my head. And as I allow my heavy legs to open up to the side, I'm going to be there with blocks to support the outer leg. So this is my first option, reclining dragonfly. This posture is for 5 minutes, okay? And if it gets too much along the way, you can always swap over to something else. The second option is butterfly. So the position of my blocks, they change a little. They're side tilting. This way they can support into the outer thigh bone. And then if you need additional support, your hands can simply press against the shin bones while you keep your shoulders relaxed. The last option is malasana, up against the wall. So if you can just imagine your feet stepping against the wall, and then you're going to put the blocks just underneath the knees like so. So either way, all three of the options work into the inner leg. If you're taking your posture up against the wall, go ahead and position yourself. If you're not lying on the floor with your legs up against the wall, then dragonfly in a seated position will look like that. Butterfly will look like that. And malasana will look like that. One of three options, on the floor or on the wall. Your choice. 5 minutes. Hi Lois, good to see you, darling. If the music is too loud, let me know. If my voice is not loud enough, let me know, okay? Hi Paul, I'm happy you asked. So your legs should only go as wide as your lower back is able to remain on the floor. So if you feel the small of your back arching to overcompensate for the separation of the legs, then you know you've gone too far. And if the blocks are too low, you can bring a chair and then have the outer legs rest against the chair. So 2 chairs, you're most welcome. 5 minutes is a long time, and so even if most people feel okay in the first or the second minute, if they've gone too far, the body will definitely let them know by the midway point. Remember, the intention of the practice today is to nourish and recover so that we can stay balanced. And so we let go of any aggression or any intention to push or to do more. And we learn to soothe the nervous system through our practice and our breathing. If you happen to be in an upright position, so you're not against the wall, if you want to take a forward fold for your dragonfly or your butterfly, you're more than welcome to do so. If you want to put a bolster behind you so that you can lie down and recline dragonfly or butterfly, you can do that too. And if you happen to be in Malasana, and if you like to take a little bit of a twist, you can do a half bind, hand on the foot to broaden out that collarbone. So with that slight rotation of the torso, we're sending the chi flow from in front of the pelvis up along the sides of the body. So you can feel it in the lower ribs. And then it'll just be 2.5 minutes on each side. So plenty of choices today, but yet at the same time, a longer and more nourishing hold. If you have any questions, if you need any help with any modifications, I will be monitoring the comment box below. I'd love to be able to help you as best as I can. So reach out to me, let me know. Allow me to support you through your practice. Just here for our final half a minute. Last breath. As we slowly bring the legs to the midline, if you're on your mat seated upright, simply bring the knees together, wrap the arms around you to curl into a little ball. And if you're lying on your mat with your legs up against the wall, do the same thing. So your spine is still on the mat, you just bring your knees to your chest and you're curling your forehead towards your knees. Take a moment to be here and regulate your breathing. Soften into the pelvic floor. Let go of all the changes that are manifesting in your hip space. You don't have to fight them. Just let them release. Be present and patient with your breathing. Homo Viator, you can definitely put a pillow under your head for support, okay? Just make sure it's only your head that you're supporting and your shoulders are still on the floor. Okay, for our second last posture, it looks like a supported half happy baby. In yin, this posture is called Stirrup, okay? So it's pretty deep in the hips. And we're gonna use the strap to support us. So if you have a strap, go ahead and create a really big loop. No strap at home, use a necktie or a belt. And even if it doesn't loop around, you only just have to hook around the foot and you can use the arm to hold on to it instead, okay? So what's gonna happen here is my big loop will go behind my ribcage. And if you're familiar with the posture Happy Baby, we're going to bring the left knee. Let's start with the left knee, okay? We're gonna bring the left knee in the direction of the left armpit, and the left hand will hold on to the outer edge of the left foot. Now, loop your strap around the outer edge of the left foot and tighten the strap until until your left knee can feel really heavy as it settles on the outside of the left side of the rib cage. And so I'm using a block underneath my left thigh bone just to support the opening of my hip. The strap is pulling against the outer edge of my left foot and hooking around the back of my rib cage. I'm using my right foot and my bent right knee so that I can help to distribute my body weight evenly. My body weight is now concentrated along the midline of the body. Now, if you've never done this posture before, I will be showing another angle so that you can see how the hips open, okay? So just like so, just like so. The foot is flexed for the left, the sole of the right foot is pressing down. And you'll see that the left thigh bone moves to the side before the left kneecap sinks down to the floor. 5 minutes in this posture. Feels really intense. But with the support of the strap, you'll be able to ease into it slowly. Frustration and prolonged stress are both contributing factors towards burnout. And if you're feeling frustrated here, I'm going to ask you why there is a need to feel frustrated. If the hips are really tight, you can do yourself a favor by propping the thigh bone a little higher. So I'm going to show you an example of block first, followed by pillow. So as my thigh bone, it lifts a little higher away from the floor. And if my strap is a little longer, my foot kind of swings out to the side, this is still my half happy baby. So the moral of the story is your posture doesn't have to look a certain way, but it should effectively work into the target area of the body, which is the kidney meridian. As you flex into the foot, feel the band of your strap working into that kidney point number 1. Breathe into that space, sole of the foot, circling around the inner ankle, inner leg. And as the spine grounds down to find the midline, rest every single segment of your spine. As you breathe out from the front of the pelvis to the rib cage to the collarbones, rest your heavy shoulders, rest your head hips. any subconscious holding in the hip socket, can you use your breath to let go and find more space within that area? Just notice how your body might have certain tendencies to react to a different shape, to a different stressor or challenge or change. And so if we learn how to smoothen out our breathing, we can adapt and we can move around our changes without overly taxing the nervous system. And if our nervous system is not constantly taxed, then it does not affect our immunity. It doesn't put a strain on our resources, and it doesn't deplete our reserve energy. Last breath here. Guide that left knee back to center, release the strap. Shavasana. If Shavasana feels a little too intense, take constructive rest. Feet apart, mat with distance, inner knees to touch. Do the same thing on the other side. No two sides of the body are exactly the same. The depth of our hip sockets are uneven. The length of our legs are uneven. And so learn to embrace whatever difference you might notice without any judgment. More support is always good. Any indication that you've gone too far will be reflected in your ability to soften and ease into your breathing. Relax the top of the right thigh bone a little bit more. Relax into the hips and soften any clenching in the right buttock. Unlock the knee and the ankle. Soften into the sides of the ribcage. Now rest the jawline. Soften the inner mouth and the tongue. Let your eyes be heavy. Let your tailbone melt into the floor, dissolving, fading, all the outlines of the body disappearing. 3 more final breaths here. Release into Shavasana or constructed rest. Be here for about 5 breaths. Now turn around and lie on your belly. We're using our tennis ball to place right under the left collarbone. Okay? As you lie on your belly, your left arm will be straight. Like that. Okay? Imagine me lying on the floor. The left arm will be straight. You're going to place your right forearm underneath your forehead, and you can choose for the nose to point down or for the nose to point in the direction of the right armpit. Just like that. So tennis ball here, left arm is straight, belly on the floor, right forearm to the forehead, nose down or nose to the side. Lie down, everybody. Tennis ball, therapy ball, lemon onion, underneath the left collarbone. Underneath the left collarbone, about 3 fingers facing away from the midline of the body. So if you place it right above the pec muscles, you'll be okay. You'll be in the vicinity of the acupressure point. Let's be here for 2 minutes on this side. You might feel a lot going down the left shoulder and into the left arm. But try and soften your belly and relax all together. Your face, your neck, your chest. This point, the Shu Fu, helps to open and relax the chest. So if your breathing is constricted, or if your chest is tight, or if you suffer from persistent dry coughs or asthma, this can help to open up the breathing passageway a little better. And if you have adrenal exhaustion or fatigue, or if your immunity has been compromised because you're constantly taxing your nervous system by overthinking or overworking, this can help to nourish your kidney deficiency. This is your Shavasana equivalent for the practice today, but of course, if after the practice you wish to roll onto your backs to take a long Shavasana, all you need to do is to mute the audio and continue to give yourself that time and space. Now let's swap over. Tennis ball just right underneath the right collarbone. So this time it's the right arm that is alongside the body. The palm will be facing down. I find it more comfortable when my palm is facing down. But if for some reason you prefer it with the palm facing up, that's also fine. Left forearm will come underneath the forehead, nose down or nose to the left. Smoothen out your breathing, be slow. Take a bit of time to yourself. You're welcome, Hui Xian. And Haid and Muhammad Zadeh. Julia's, Angie, Raymond, Rebecca, 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 KK30, Alice, Yeeman Chai, Chris, Terrence, Elin, Sally, Perlin, Invenio, Kunoichi, Delaney, soften the jawline, let the breath maybe even exhale from the mouth. Letting go all of the postures that we've done before and finding your connection to the ground. Building a sense of trust, of security and stability. Fulfilling your primal and basic needs to feel safe. In your final minute of the practice, you can choose to stay here for a little longer. You can release a tennis ball and just lie in your belly. You can push back into child's pose for a few breaths. You can even flip around to take your regular Shavasana. I'm so happy and thankful that you have set aside 60 minutes of your time this Sunday to continue practicing with me. I'm here every Sunday at 1:30, and we've been traveling through the different meridians, and I hope to bring you through the rest of them to cover all 12 of your primary meridians. I'm going to see Tiansmami, Janice, Cleveland, Violet, and Shinladi, Ashley, and Aces, Derek, you're most welcome. Chian, you're most welcome. Laquan, namaste. Joey, good to see you, darling. Angie, have a lovely rest of your Sunday. Thank you, Bobo Wonderland. And Pigeon Sing. See you, bye.